Darius has an aura about him, speaking with an authentic purity that's hard to ignore. His confidence now comes from repeatedly proving these truths to himself, but it didn't happen overnight. He spent years overcoming fear and confronting beliefs that didn't align. So while he speaks from a place of certainty today, it took him time and experience to get there. Don't worry if it takes you a few tries to believe. It's all part of the journey.
Like I said, I shut that down due to fear as a kid because of not understanding what I understand now. And then with shutting that down due to fear, it's like I put the wall in front of me and that wall stopped all contact and experiences. And it wasn't until I was around 16 years old is when it sparked back up again. Because at that point, I got to some level of like, you know what, I just want to know it again. I want to see it. For years of doing this, I went into a place of saying, no, this is not true. I'm hallucinating. This is not real. So just to give people context, I was there and I was there for a long time. Deprogram myself from the things that I had belief structures around from seeing it multiple times. And it's, seeing it once, I'm like, no, that can't be true. Seeing it twice, like, I don't believe that. And then seeing it multiple times, it's just like, okay, that's what it is. Now, the first thing that I did for myself to make sure that what I was seeing was accurate. And so I started to do the whiteboard experiment, numbers to see, okay, well, if I'm seeing this accurately and I'm in another room and I could target that and see that, then I must be seeing what's there. When you leave the body, when you cross over temporarily, right, you will be presented with those fears and things that you have to work through. It's stuff that I had to work through. It's also things that many near-death experience people experience when they end up dying, and if they have a strong fear-based narrative of hell and eternal damnation, they temporarily experience that until they say, I've had enough, please help me. They reach out and then they access all things again. Like my thoughts were creating dimensional spaces within my field. So when I was coming out, I was seeing all this stuff like attacking me and stuff. And I'm just like, years of battling with that until I can navigate through that and realize, wait a second, this is, I'm creating this in my field. And then that solved. As soon as I got rid of the fear, bam, everything opened up. Access to the 12 realms, access to outside of the construct again, multiple times, doing this over and over and over again, because I pierce through the number one thing that is blocking every single soul here from truly accessing things is the fear.
I just want people to get a real understanding of how much you're doing this, how long you've been doing this.
Well, I say jokingly a lot, hundreds of thousands of times, because I don't know how many times I've actually done it, but it's so much. Just being shown, taken, figuring things out, leaving my body multiple times to revisit certain places to make sure that I have a good understanding of it. You can say creating a map. It took me a while to create this map. Like, it's like a pinpointing things, bam, bam. Yeah. And then, months and months and months, years actually, then shutting down my body again, visiting it, writing it down. Like I have like almost like a book of things that I've been mapping out, seeing where things fit, where things don't fit. This is my whole life. From the time I'm here, this will be the only thing that I do until I leave, because I know how I will judge myself when I leave here. And that's not on anybody else besides myself. So I know what I need to do as a soul.
If the soul leaving the body is like going to Disneyland, then Darius is the ultimate tour guide. Why choose someone who's only been once through a near-death experience when you can follow someone who knows every corner and area of the park? Darius's expertise makes him the perfect guide for navigating this incredible journey. Are you feeling both excited and a bit confused? That's perfectly normal. Just hit subscribe, sit back, and let me help you make sense of it all, and show you how to live with this newfound understanding. Remember, this isn't a religion. There are no weekly commitments or obligations. This is just a small shift in perspective on the proverbial dial, but it changes everything. This journey is entirely yours, to explore at your own pace in your own way.